Hello everyone, welcome back to Simplify Studies. In this module, we are going to discuss about the Iron Age in detail. As we saw in the last video, humans discovered the use of metals in Chalcolithic Age. You can also call it Chalcolithic Age, it totally depends upon your pronunciation. The first metal they used was copper. Copper was replaced by bronze around 2000 BCE. Then, around 1200 BCE, bronze was replaced by a metal that enabled early humans to make finer tools and helped the growth of many cities and civilizations around the world. This metal was iron. The period during which iron was discovered and its use became popular is known as the Iron Age. Pure iron was rarely found. It was mostly found as an ore mixed with other minerals in the earth's surface. However, with time, early humans discovered a way to extract the iron from the ore. It was found that iron was stronger than bronze and did not melt easily when heated, and yet could be molded in any shape. Thus, the discovery of iron made it possible to make better, stronger, and sharper tools. The timing of the Iron Age varies in different parts of the world. It is considered to have started in Western Asia around 1200 BCE and over time emerged in different regions of the world, including India. It is believed that the Iron Age in India began sometime around 1000 BCE. This coincides with the later Vedic in India. Iron tools and implements such as iron lances, spears, axes, swords, bows and arrows, and plowshares were excavated from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Maharashtra, and Haryana. Archaeological sources also include iron artifacts such as tools, vessels, and weapons of war, as well as remains of furnaces in which iron was smelted or melted. Do you know? Around 3rd century BCE, places in South India developed a method of making a special type of steel known as wood steel. It was made by mixing iron, charcoal, and glass and heating them in crucibles. The resulting steel was of a very high quality and in high demand around the world. It was used to make the famous Damascus swords that were known for their strength, flexibility, and fine sharp edge. But the sad thing is, the art of making this steel is now lost to the world. The increased use of iron tools led to the expansion of agriculture in India. This in turn led to the growth of cities like Hastinapur, Ayodhya, and Kausambi. The iron pillar in Delhi, built around 400 CE, is one of the finest examples of the high quality of metalwork practiced in ancient India. As iron was more stronger and sharper than stone tools, it was also used in agriculture. Iron plow was more effective than wooden plow, as it could dig deeper and into heavy and dry soils. This made it possible to bring even difficult soils under cultivation. Sickles were used for harvesting crops and iron axes for cutting trees. Due to the use of such improved tools, large areas of land could now be brought under cultivation, and more crops of a better quality could be produced. People were now able to produce surplus food that was stored in large pots and granaries. One more interesting thing about Iron Age was that people lived in clans or communities led by warrior kings. During Iron Age, the tribes in India became more powerful. Each tribe slowly established its own region or dominance, creating kingdoms known as Janpadas. These were the first states of the Indian subcontinent. The larger and more powerful of these Janpadas were called Mahajanpadas. By 6th century BCE, there were 16 Mahajanpadas with clearly marked boundaries. Of these, the most important ones were Magadha, Kaushala, Vatsa or Vansha, and Avanti. Rival kings constantly fought each other to defend their tribes and conquer new territories. Tribes that possessed iron weapons could easily overpower those that did not, and could easily therefore conquer rival territories. This led to the production of powerhouse of weapons like swords, spears, arrowheads, and armor. The practice of crafts that had already started during the Chalcolithic Age flourished even more during the Iron Age. This was made possible by the use of iron tools needed to practice these crafts. Occupations with specialized skills such as metalwork, weaving, and pottery thrived. As the number of weavers, potters, ironsmiths, goldsmiths, and carpenters grew, a variety of goods began to be produced on a large scale. The growth of agriculture and craft production led to the trade between tribes and then between the civilizations across the world. The main articles of trade included agricultural products, textiles, silk, jewelry, pottery, and a wide variety of other handicrafts. Gradually, a wide network of trade was established around the world. With the widening of trade networks around the world, money came to be used. Some of the earliest coins were made of iron. As trade grew and crafts multiplied, a number of cities and towns started developing. Gradually, artisans and craftspeople began to move from the villages to the towns in search of better opportunities and larger markets. Over time, the towns became centers of trade as well as political and administrative activities. That's all I have for you today. See you soon in my next session with yet another interesting topic. Till then, keep watching, keep learning.